Now, those who pay for prescriptions will have to part with an extra £20 each month as the price rises to £8.05. There'll also be an increase in the cost of NHS dental services.
The government says the rises are necessary because of increasing demands on the NHS, but is it fair that those who are charged for medicine will have to pay more?
Well, joining us now is the independent pharmacist Fin Mccaul. £8.05 sounds like an awful lot of money to pay for medicine.
It does, and we've got patients who are coming in and saying, I can't afford to buy 2 prescriptions, which one is the one that we need to do? So we are concerned about the impact of this. We're there at the frontline staff to try and help patients get better, but when they have to make a choice for financial reasons, it's really challenging.
So you genuinely find people coming in saying, I can't afford to pay for all of this, which is the thing I need the most?
Yes,
What
indeed.
sort of medicines does that happen
I had
with?
an example very recently of a patient who came in who's an asthmatic patient, and she's on 2 inhalers, a blue inhaler and a brown inhaler. The brown inhaler is the most important inhaler. They should be taking it morning and night. That's what prevents their asthma getting bad. But the patients don't realise that they feel they get relief from the blue inhalers, and that's the one that she wanted to buy because she felt it's the only one that works for her. And so we just take time and spend and educate the patient about the right thing to do in that instance. But in reality, she needs both.
The government's argument, of course, is that some cuts have to be made. That's the position they're in. So when they look at making cuts, they want to ensure that those who are able to pay are the ones who do pay, and they should pay a little bit more, and they protect those who are least able to pay, or in those protected categories, those who get prescriptions for free already remain so. There is a logic in that argument, isn't there?
There is a great logic, and I'm not disputing that. The NHS is in a real challenging position at the minute. All of us who are working in the NHS have been challenged to do more for the same money or to do it for less if we possibly can. But this is a little bit short-sighted, I'm worried. We're preventing people from using the medicines. 90% of patients get it free, and that's people who are under 16 or over 60, some who are in long-term conditions, but not all. So if you're diabetic or if you have thyroid, you get your prescriptions free of charge. And if you're on low income, you get them free of charge. But there's that band of people who are not necessarily low income and who don't qualify for those taxes, but who are in really challenging positions.
And when you meet someone like that, how do you advise them to manage the cost of their prescription? Is there any way to do that?
There is indeed, and as pharmacists, we know our patients really well, and we try and help them where it's possible. So they can buy certificates, prepayment certificates. Now, they haven't gone up this year, which is good. We're not sure about their promise for next year yet. So that's £29.10 for 3 months or £104 for the year. But even that's a lot to pay out at once if you're struggling to put the bread on the table for the kids at the minute. And so there is this thing that's medicine poverty that's going on at the minute. And it's for that small group of people, but they're a very needy group of people. And the implications in that are long-term are into A&E admissions and extra hospitals. And the cost to the economy is much more than the £8.05 for that prescription.
Fin, we'll leave it there. Thank you very much for your time this morning.
That is all. Thank you.